So this is our journey going to Samosir Island, so stay tuned. Jadi kita udah mau sampai ke Pelabuhan Tomok. Jadi kayaknya aku udah berapa kali kesini ya. Ada sekitar 5 kali atau 4 kali lah kalau nggak salah. Jadi inilah pelabuhannya. Dan dari sini kita akan naik sepeda motor. Kita akan jalani ke tuk-tuk. Tuk-tuk itu di sana. Itu. Tuk-tuk. Nah, jadi mudah-mudahan nanti kita banyak ketemu turis di sana. Mudah-mudahan ya. So this is Samosir Island. If you wanna go there, most welcome. So that is called Samosir Island, and we will stop in Tomok. So I think that is Tomok right there. So we are from Parapat Harbor, and now we are heading to Samosir Island. So guys, if you want to go to Samosir Island, you can watch this video because we want to go to Tomok, and then we want to go to Tuk-Tuk, and then we can go back to Parapat. So watch this video. Thank you. So ya, kami baru aja sampai di Pelabuhan Tomok. Di Dika yang bawa sepeda motor. Oke. Kita ke kiri, kanan. Andika said first time Samosir Island.
Doing crazy dreaming.
Christians, I often ask to many people who come from another country, like from England, Netherlands, and from the United States. So why do so many people come here? So what are the interesting things about these islands?
Yeah, I think the landscape here in the area is very special, and it's not common for European people, because here in Europe you have no volcanoes, you don't have such a big lake, and yeah, it's really beautiful here. You can relax here very good, and yeah, maybe also the weather is good for European people, not too hot, not too much rain currently. Yeah, so I think many people like this place.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because in Germany, there's a lot of snow, right? Snow.
Yeah, so especially it's cold, so currently it's around 5 to 10 degrees, so it's a little bit warmer than normal. So there's no snow currently in the most parts of Germany, but especially in the winter, yeah, it's very cold. That is why I'm now here in Indonesia, because I love the weather here more than in Germany.
So are you planning to live here a little bit longer? Or
let's see what's happened in the future. Now I'm staying here in Sumatra for 7 weeks, so a long time. And last year I started to learn Indonesia, so that I can talk a little bit. So here I think it's no problem.
I can teach you Indonesian.
Bagus.
All right, nice, bagus.
So I think in the next years I will do more holidays here in Indonesia and explore many of the islands here.
So when we want to say welcome, do you know welcome in Indonesian?
Selamat datang.
Good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been here? I'm sorry.
Here on Lake Toba, I arrived on Friday, and I will stay 1 week, so until next Friday, and then I go further south to Sumatra. Yeah. So my plan in the 7 weeks is to go from the north of Sumatra as far as I can to the south. So next plan is Bukit Tinggi and Padang, and then
Bukit Tinggi.
maybe Kerinci, and I don't know. Let's see how much time I have when I'm in there.
So you said Bukit Lawang. So many people they are interested to go there. Like, did you see orangutan?
Yes, in Bukit Lawang I was 2 years ago. This year I was in Ketemu. So first Banda Aceh and Sabang, and then Ketemu and Darastagi. Yes, I see orangutan. So I have done a 4-day trekking in Ketemu, and every day I see orangutan. So this was 3 years ago when I first visited Indonesia. The orangutans were one of the reasons I want to come here, because I'm very interested in animals and exotic animals. And of course orangutans, for German people it's absolutely highlight, because you can't see it only in zoos and not in nature. And it was really a highlight of my life to see these animals in nature.
That's really nice. So I want to talk to my students. So don't give up to learn English, my students. So you can learn, with yourself as well. And also, if you have time, if you have a lot of money, you can go to Samosir Island and you can practice to many people here. Like, what's your name again?
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Alright. So here in Indonesia, we have like a surname. Do you also have like a surname?
Yes, we have 2 names. So Sebastian is my first name, and the surname Geisler.
I remember when I studied Germany at school, and that was really difficult for me. I only know how to say Guten Tag.
Very good.
Guten Tag. Oh no, what more? How are you?
Wie geht es dir?
Wie geht es dir? Wie geht es dir?
Yes.
And in Germany, in the language, there are a lot of articles that we use, like dir, meine.
Yeah. I think the grammar in Germany or the grammar of German language is very complicated. So for me, of course, it's easy because I born in Germany. But when foreign people learn Germany, it's really hard to learn all the grammar. So English is much easier, and for me also Indonesian to learn Indonesia is much easier than I think for you would be to learn German.
That's not fair. I think that's not fair. Because why? Because you study Indonesian a little bit easier, you know. But for us, why Germany becomes difficult? Why English becomes difficult? That's not fair for us, because it's easy for other people to learn Indonesian, but for us it's difficult to learn language like German.
I
So
understand.
lucky for you.
Yeah.
So I hope you can improve your Indonesian, and actually you can speak to a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Do you know a woman here that comes from Germany? Do you know Tabo Cottage?
I saw it. I think it's a hotel with a bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I will go there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah. She's from Germany, and she can speak Indonesian. She can speak dialect like Batak. Do you know Batak?
I know that every part of Indonesia has its own dialect, but of course I can't speak it. So Bahasa Indonesia is enough. So when I learn this a little bit, that's fine.
Actually, she has been living here for a long time. Like, I don't know, maybe a number of years. I don't know. That's why she can speak Indonesian and Batak as well.
Yeah, I plan to go tomorrow there because, of course, German bread. It's in Germany very famous, and I think nowhere in the world you have similar bread. So I would like to taste it, and I miss it a little bit.
Yeah. So I think this is my last question. I want to travel to a lot of countries, like to the United States, to Germany, and also to England, the United Kingdom. So how do you how can you go here? I mean, do you have a lot of money when you work in Germany?
Yes, maybe a lot of money. I think in Germany the life is more expensive, or much more expensive than in Indonesia, but also we earn much more money than most of you, I think so. So when I come to Indonesia, for me it's cheaper to live here than in Germany, and maybe that could one of these things which is a little bit harder for you when you want to travel to Europe, because it's more expensive than Indonesia. But I think there are also some solutions or possibilities that you can travel to Europe with less money. So, for example, I don't know if you know the word couch surfing. Couch surfing. So couch, something you sleep on it, and couch surfing, it's I would say famous in Europe or America. So people who live in Europe shared a room for travelers, and they don't have to spend money to sleep there.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, but you can search it in the internet, so couch surfing, and so there you can sleep without spending money for this. So
really?
So that's one of the things which are very expensive in Europe, and so you don't have to pay money. So you can sleep on a couch or in a room, in a bed. Some people who live in Europe in different cities, so you can save money on the one side. On the other side, you can get in touch with local people and get some tips and information about the city.
Okay, it's really interesting. It doesn't cost a lot of money.
So couch surfing is for free. Yes, and maybe when you want to travel to a country which is much expensive than your own country, that could be a solution that it works. So for me, it's a little bit easier to go here because it's not
It's
so
all about
expensive.
currency, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Can I show this book my student?
Yes, so that's a German book. The English name is Fire and Blood, I think. And this is the prequel of the famous TV shows Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. I'm not sure if it's famous here in Indonesia, but in Europe and especially in the US it was famous in the last years, one of the famous series, HBO. And yes, this is only the prequel, but the other books are, I think, 5 or 6 books with 800 pages each book. So if you like to learn English or to learn to read English books,
Is this English book or?
this is a German one, but they are in original it's in English, but I have bought it in Germany. So it's the author is, I think, from Britain or from the United States, I don't know. George R. Martin. Yeah. So in Europe and the US, very, very famous currently. Those books.
So what is it about? Like, is it about romantic story? Or?
It's hard to describe. So it's a fantasy roman, a kingdom, or a kingdom which is separate in seven countries, and each of the country tries to be the best and tries to be the rules about the others. And there's also one family which have dragons and magic and stuff like this.
Amazing.
So it's fantasy, action, romantic, all of this in one book.
Okay, that is. I think that is not really interesting for me, but I don't know for you. It's interesting because I don't like magic.
It's only a small part.
Oh, small part. Yeah, so that's all, my students. Thanks for watching. Actually, I want to post this on YouTube. Do you mind that?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's just for content. And also to my students as well.
you can do this. Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kita balik ke Parapat.